Good morning, everybody. Oh my god, it's been the last time I did a check-in was the last time I was at the ortho, which was 8 weeks ago. This time around, instead of giving me 12 weeks, they gave me 8 weeks, so it's been 2 months. I have not done an update since then. I just uploaded the video with the time lapse for my 1 year, but my 1 year was September 1st. I uploaded that like October 3rd or 4th. So it was like a whole month off. But today's my appointment. Today would be considered 12, like 13 months. Again, I go every 8 to 12 weeks, but today we have an appointment. We shall see what happens. And then maybe they'll put on a new power chain. I think I'm gonna get purple. I said I would get blue, but purple's my favorite color. So we'll see. Too much talking already. Let's just go. Hey everyone, I am back from my appointment. So my puppy doggy is here. So what happened? Today marks 13 months since I got my braces. I got my braces September 1st, 2020. Today is October 5th, 2021. So like I previously mentioned, I just uploaded my 1 year time lapse where I gave you pictures of what my teeth look like before braces, during, and now. I still have braces, but that year time lapse. Today I had my ortho appointment again for 13 months, and there is some changes. I think one of those is very obvious, and it's probably the biggest change. So what happened today? As normal, you go in there, they typically change your wires, and then you're like good to go. At least for me, in my case, because I have Damon braces, so they don't do the little elastics around every bracket. So Damon braces are different in the sense that they're self-ligating, self-ligating. How do you pronounce it? I don't know. Ligating. I'm a teacher, I should know this, but I don't know. Ligating, I don't know. They move through time, so it doesn't require the rubber band to keep them in place. Anyways, that's not the point of this. Good morning. You gonna go outside? Come on. So yeah, typically I go in there and they usually change the wire to a stronger wire or thicker wire, and then that's that. So in the past 2 visits, I don't know what it's called. I said power chain, but it was only on these front 4 teeth. It was like it looked like a power chain, but only for the 4 front teeth. Then last visit, I got a power chain on all across the teeth at the top and all across the teeth at the bottom. This month, so this is one of the updates, is that I got another power chain, but this time it was only on the top. Last time I said I would do like the turquoise blue, which I did, but then earlier before I left, I'm like, I'm gonna do purple because that's my favorite color. But the purple they had was like more of a plum purple, and I wanted it more vibrant, so I ended up doing the original like turquoise blue, as you can see. Okay, and I only got it at the top. I did not get it at the bottom, only at the top. So that's the first update. The second update is a thicker, stronger wire. Now, I've said this before, but where I go, it's the assistants that perform the actual work, but it is the orthodontist recommendation. So the orthodontist comes, takes a look at your teeth, and she tells them, okay, you're going to perform X, Y, and Z, and then the assistant performs. So the assistants are the ones who execute the work, but under the orthodontist recommendation. So with that being said, when she was telling the assistant what to do, she mentioned steel. Now, you're like, okay, you have a bunch of wires in your mouth. Why is that significant? Well, because when I first was doing research on braces, there's like different types of wires, some that are made out of steel and some that are made out of this other material that starts with an N. I forget what it's called. If I remember, or if I look it up, I'll put it here. So I remember I asked, what kind of wires do you guys use? You know, me being the person that I am. I'm like, what kind of wires do you guys use? And she said that one with an N. So I was like, okay, they don't use the steel wires. But today, now, I don't know what kind of wires I have in right now. I'm just mentioning this because it stood out to me how she said like steel. So I don't know, and this is the first time I heard her say that. So I don't know if this time I have steel wires. I should have asked. I didn't. I'm just mentioning that because I heard her tell him steel like twice. So it could be that the wires are now steel wires, and I think those are stronger. I don't know. I have to go check now on YouTube, do some YouTube research. I say YouTube research because I like watch a bunch of braces videos.
Nickel titanium that we're going to talk about in today's video is the earlier wires in your treatment. Whereas when we're in our stainless steel, that's a little bit more of a rigid wire. So we can use that to detail bend, specifically move one tooth up.
She said steel. I don't know if the wires are steel, but that's my assumption. It was, of course, change of wires, stronger, thicker wires. I got the power chain only at the top, and I got blue. And then second were the rubber bands. So I've had rubber bands since day one. I'm currently still using the same size. Let me show you what that is. Nothing has changed in terms of the rubber bands. I'm still using these green ones that are size 3/16. Says 4.8 millimeters. I don't know. They're medium. I had some red ones before this that were light. These are medium, and I'm assuming there's like a strong or a heavy or like something that's stronger than this. But I'm still at this level, but they gave me a different arrangement of the elastic. So previously it was just this tooth to this tooth, right? The canine to this one. But now they're having me arrange them differently. And when the ortho was telling the assistant, she said triangles. And in my head, I'm like, the shape of my elastic is going to change. And sure enough, it did. And it's a triangle now. So, like I said before, it was this tooth to this tooth. So it's just hook here, and you're good. Now I have to hook it here. So it's the same two teeth, this tooth to this tooth, but then I have to skip this bracket and then hook it around this one. So there's a bracket in between that you skip, and then you wrap it around this one, which creates those triangles on both sides. So if the rubber bands weren't obvious before, wink wink, they were very obvious before, they're even more obvious now, because they're further to the front and they open up like that. But I don't mind. I don't care. I mean, we wear a mask anyways, but even if we didn't wear a mask, like, I don't care. It's not a big deal to me. I wear a mask all day because I'm a teacher, so I wear it at work. And yeah, even if I didn't, it wouldn't matter. Eating is probably going to be that much more difficult in the sense that, like, sometimes I would try to eat with the rubber bands on, like snacking. So I'm like, oh, I don't want to take them off and then put them back on. So I try to snack with them, and like it would end up like popping off, like hooking off, because the food would like hit it. That was with just like the way I had it before. Now with the triangles, it's probably going to be impossible to try to snack. So I'll probably be taking them off every single time I snack and putting them back on. With that being said, I've also been a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for? I haven't been wearing my rubber bands the way I used to. Now, what does that mean? First of all, the way I used to was like religiously every single second of the day, because as you all know, my biggest concern for my teeth was my overbite. Correct term is overjet. The fact that my front teeth are here and my back teeth are here, right? So because I didn't get extractions, I would have to rely heavily. Well, I didn't get surgery, which is what they recommended, and I didn't get extractions. Like, girl, what are you doing? Well, I just didn't want to pull healthy teeth. So I had to rely heavily on those rubber bands. So you best believe I was using them religiously. Even when I wouldn't eat, I would try to like switch them off every 2 hours so that I would get like the full strength, and the elasticity would be like at full strength, because when you speak and move your mouth, it kind of stretch out. That's how adamant I was about my rubber bands at first. I definitely still wear them. There hasn't been a day that I don't wear them to sleep. That's always, and I still wear them every single day. The only difference is ever since I started working, again, I'm a teacher, so before I was working from home, I was able to really like be super good about wearing them like every single day, every single second of the day, except when I'm eating. But now that I'm teaching and I'm on campus and whatnot, it has been a little more difficult for me to wear them like every single second of the day, because sometimes I'll snack and I forget to put them on, and then like lunch is in an hour, and in my head I'm like, I'll just leave them off and put them on after I eat lunch. So that's what I mean by I've gotten a little more lazy about it. Doesn't mean I'm not wearing them. I'm definitely still wearing them every single day. It's just before I was like really on top of it, which was great because I was at home and I was able to do that. But now that I've gone to work, you know, if you work in education, you know what I'm talking about. It's a hot mess right now. And I'm a special educator. I work in special education. So things have been times 10 for us because we've been seeing a lot of behaviors and just a lot of things. So with that being said, I still wear my rubber bands every single day, but I have been a little more lazy about it in the sense that like if I snack, sometimes I forget to put them back in. So I'll just wait until lunch. So there goes like 2 hours that I didn't have them on. Or sometimes I'll have them on up until lunch, then I eat lunch and I forget to put them on, and then I don't put them on until I get home, which is like 4 or 5. So again, I'm still wearing them every single day. I'm just not like every single second of the day like I was before, but that is something I want to change because they're habits, right? And the more I like continue to do that, the less I'm going to be wearing my rubber bands. Again, at night, there's not a day that has gone by that I don't wear them to sleep, and there's not a day that goes by that I don't wear them. I was just super extreme, like religiously wearing them, even switching them off every 2 hours. And now it's slowed down a bit, but I do want to pick it up again. Like still snack and still take them off to eat, but like just remember to put them back on, especially now that I have a different shape going on. I'm sure it has a different purpose, right? The shape changed, so there's a difference there. I did ask the assistant like, oh, what's the purpose of this new shape? He just said, oh, it's to help out with your bite. Well, the other one was also to help out with my bite, you know, with closing that gap, but it's okay. Like I said, I'm sure it's similar. There's still elastics, but I don't know the purpose of the triangle shape. I know an ortho that has a YouTube channel, and I'm always looking at his videos. I'm sure he has a video about different shapes. I'm pretty sure I've seen a video on like what different rubber band shapes mean. I could be completely wrong, but I thought this was like to close like a bite, like when someone has a cross bite or something, like when you smile and your teeth, there's like an opening right here and you like try to bite and there's an opening right here. Could have sworn that this shape was to like close it down. I could be completely wrong. I need to go review that.
Is to bring your upper and lower teeth closer together to achieve an appropriate bite. This can also be used as if you have a little bit of an anterior open bite where your front teeth don't touch all the way when you bite down. Well, these elastics can be used to pull the upper teeth down and the lower teeth up so that you can achieve that proper bite.
Those were like the biggest things today. Like I said, typically visits are just like change of wire. If they give you new rubber bands, great, and if they don't, you just kind of keep doing your thing. Just some of the comments I heard from the ortho, and again, they speak like in code, right? Like they know exactly what they're saying, like 22 this and 22 that, and you're like, what is that? She did say like, oh, they look really good. Like they look really good, so that made me feel good. And considering that I started at an 8mm Overjet, such good progress in my opinion. But yeah, that's the purpose of why I got my braces. Again, like I know not everyone watches every single video that I might post from beginning to now, and sometimes you come across a video and it's like a year in and you don't know like their journey. But in long story short, I got braces for my Overjet more than anything. Like I said, the relationship of my teeth was or is like this. It's a little more like this now, right? But it was like this. Overjet was huge. They said, you need surgery. I said no. And then they're like, okay, we'll extract 2 teeth at the top. I was like, cool. I saw like 5 or 6 different orthodontists, like 5 or 6 different consultations. And then the last one, the guy was like, dude, don't extract. Like if you don't want to get surgery, don't get surgery, but don't extract because you're going to lose volume up here, which I didn't end up going with him. But even the orthodontist that I'm with now, she said you will lose volume up here, which might give you an aging effect. Now, mind you, that wasn't like a huge concern to me. But after speaking to that last ortho, he's like, why are you going to pull teeth if they're like perfectly fine? He's like, just put on the braces, straighten them out. This will close a bit and, you know, they'll be better than they were before. And that kind of resonated with me a lot because my thought process was like, anything better than what I have now is already a win, right? And the amount that it has closed up has just been amazing in my eyes, in my experience. Like the way my teeth were before too, and again, the relationship like this has been amazing for me. And I'm just like a little bit over halfway. My treatment time was is 18 to 24 months, but on the screen when I was looking today, it said that my treatment time was 24 months and I had 11 months left. And also, I have one last like major thing that should be done to my teeth is IPR, which again, you can do like your own little research on IPR, but that's essentially when they shave in between your teeth and they make some gaps to make spaces so that your teeth can go, in my case, my teeth can go a little more back, right? So they would shave in between. They haven't yet, but they would shave in between and create little gaps at the top so that my teeth can go a little bit more back. And that would help with that overjet, right? Like making this come a little bit more back. That hasn't even happened yet, and I've already had really good progress, which I'm really happy about. But that's yet to come. I don't know when that's gonna happen, but that's yet to come. But overall, I'm just like really happy with the progress that I've made. If I have any tips for anyone, it's literally like really take the elastics seriously, because I think that's what's helped me a ton. Oh, and also I did get a teeth cleaning like 2-3 weeks ago, and I got my x-rays done, so no cavities, everything looks good. Just a teeth cleaning. You should be getting a teeth cleaning at the minimum every 6 months, with or without braces. My dentist was like, since you have braces, I want you to get a cleaning every 3 months, but I've gone every 6 months. And like I went 2-3 weeks ago, and he's like, okay, I'll see you in 6 months. So take that as you will. So remember to keep up with your hygiene, like dentist visits, but also at home. My next appointment is in 10 weeks, so December 14th, and I will have an update then, 100% for sure. I said this last time, if I see any differences from now to then, I will definitely post, but I feel like the differences have now been like more minimal, just because like my teeth are more aligned. So there is differences, like minor differences in that time in between my visits, but they are less noticeable. Whereas like those first 6-8 months, I was like, oh my God, look at this big difference. But even from last visit to now, I have seen a difference in my bite, in the sense that my teeth look even more closer. And you can notice that in my progress, my 1 year time lapse. You can see from like June to September, like there was that closing of the Overjet, at least from my perspective and, you know, looking at the videos. But I think I've talked enough, so I will go ahead and give you the look of my, or I'll give you a look into my teeth. What am I saying? I'm gonna show you my teeth up close. So here's if I smile just normally. Okay. So we can see how the top is still very much in the front, but you guys, the way it was before, it was like, now it's like, it's still there, but it's like much shorter, the gap or the difference, right? So this is why I always do like the side view, and I'm gonna try to do it like against like that background. But this is why I always do a side view, because like when I would look at videos, a lot of people would just do like this and like the straightening of the teeth, but my concern is like this, right? The overjet, the overbite, if you will. So I always do a side view, because that's what I'm really tracking progress on. So here it goes. And I always hold my lip down so you guys can like see the relationship of the top to the bottom teeth. Okay. And I'll try to post like that video of me, like that, or the picture of me in my first day with braces, and you'll see like how much the difference is compared to now, where it's like this and before it was like that. I'll use my hand. So again, I guess I'll do like a quick close-up. I don't know, there's people that ask for close-ups sometimes in the comments, and like sometimes I don't know if they're like, sorry, but like I don't know if they're just weirdos, like creepy people on YouTube, or I don't, or you know, because those do exist, or I don't know if it's like, you know, people that actually want to see like inside the mouth and like look what it looks like in there for their own braces journey or their own purpose. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know if it's creeps or if it's like people that are genuine and like, oh, I want to see. So I'll do it to the best of my ability. But so I don't know, I can never get really in there, so it's like kind of awkward too. Anywho, that is all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, I will have an update for you at least in 2 months, and if not, then before that. But yeah, that's all for today. Thank you for subscribing or viewing or liking this video. I really appreciate it, and I hope it can help you or someone else out that is in the same boat as me with their teeth, trying to correct a big overjet without extractions. But anywho, thank you for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Bye.